Hi guys, it's Melanie Hines. I'm your fastest Iraqi dinar summary on the net. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. It is Monday, June 8th. Today could be a spicy day. Make sure you're subscribed, tap the bell, because if this happens, I will do a live stream with the sirens on either side, all caps, the time is now. So that's the one you want to get on. If not, maybe you want to get on my Zoom. My Zoom is today. Every Monday at 11, we meet as a Zoom. If you're qualified to watch any Zoom, you're qualified for the Mondays until this happens, right? So anyways, let's get into the intel. The handle forex, we're the exclusive channel that talks about the digital dinar because there's a lot of movement. The IQD is right now 350 because everybody's at work, right? It's not comparable to the USD. It's on handle forex, Iraqi dinar on Coinbase. And guess what? Guess what we found out? Today we found out that the Bolivar is also on handle forex. Venezuelan Bolivar, the Soberano, is on handle forex at 151. What are they doing? We're going to talk about that on the Zoom exclusively. The digital versus, I always talk about the cryptos on my Zooms because I have a lot of trolls and you're not going to benefit from my financial wisdom. That's saved for my members. We're all making money. We're still up in our portfolios, right? Even though it's a bear market because we got in when we got in 3 years ago when I started this channel. You were still in a positive green zone because we got in 3 years ago. Everybody else is struggling, and I gave you wisdom. Don't over leverage yourself. So anyways, this digital space is up and coming. A lot has happened. I talked on my live stream, things that you need to hear. So go on the live stream. Don't go to the live stream after you watch this, okay? Now, we did the articles in detail. I always give you the insights, but I'm just going to give you the highlights because I don't have time because I've got to do the summary of everybody. That's what I do every day. But everybody's talking about today. Other people talked about last night, so we're still waiting. Again, if you're subscribed here, you'll know I will do a live stream that says the time is now with sirens, all in caps. So the Iraqi Stock Exchange reports nearly 50 million in weekly trading. They have a very active stock exchange there. The airspace shutdown drains 360,000 US dollars daily from Iraq's revenues. That's interesting. That's denominated in dollars because when we look at gold prices fall in Baghdad and herbal markets, always denominated in dinar. Why is that? They have made the US dollar illegal in Iraq. You're not supposed to be doing daily business with the dollar. They're still money changers, yes, just like in Jesus' day when he turned over the tables because they were very close to the church, right? Money changers are always going to be around. There's forex traders everywhere, right? There's a whole forex market. That's what we're waiting for this to be implemented on. Okay, then the dollar climbed in Baghdad and Erbil in early trading, and then by the end of the day it fell. It always falls within 1,000. It started out 155,000 per dinars per $100, and now it's down to 154,000 per $100. That's typical. U.S. imports of Iraqi crude hit decade low in 2025. They're talking about 2025. It's 2026 and we're in war, but they want to talk about that because they don't talk about other things that are going on, which we'll talk about in the Zoom. The oil prices surged past $96 on new Iran-Israel clashes. Like I said, war is good for the people that have the money. The war is good for the wealthy people. The people that own the oil companies all over are making more money because the war is causing their oil prices to go up. Everybody else struggles when we're in war because our prices, we're the downstream person. Our prices are lower, right? Or higher, downstream. We're downstream, we're low, we're the little people, right? So our prices go up, the wealthy people are making money. That's why it's hard on us. That's why if I help people with financial literacy. Subscribe, tap the bell, you'll get more. This is free, right? So the Brent oil prices jumped more than $3 a barrel on Monday, spooked by Israel's launch of renewed strikes on Lebanon a day earlier, but also gaining further steam after sounds of explosions were heard in Iran. I'm sure you see all the negative articles showing bombs blasting and you can't help it. You just have to click, right? Well, what they're doing is they're siphoning your energy. Try to stay positive during these crazy days. Brent crude futures rose to 96.24 a barrel, while U.S. crude futures were up to 93.41 a barrel. Guys, it's over $90 a barrel. They're making money hand over fist. Also, there are investors that hold the equities in those companies are making money hand over fist. Everybody that holds equities, which is less than 15% of the U.S. population. So the majority of us, like those watching my stream, probably aren't invested in that. If you're invested in that, comment down below. I have investments in stocks because most people don't. So I feel for you. That's why I help you get out of debt. I help you get a tax strategy so you can get more money back from your taxes. I also help you with 3 steps to a safe exchange. Oh, how could I forget that? Because I'm not going to a center. I'm not going to sign an NDA because that is a contract, right? They can claw your money back whenever they choose. I don't trust anybody to hold my money and be able to claw it back. Do you? Just saying. That's just a warning. So now we go on to what everybody else is saying. Mark Z. We know there's a change coming. We know there is a reset coming. We can see the pieces all around us. Central banks are buying the metals. We just don't know the exact timing. Mark is right. Mountain Goat. This effort in Iraq to get to the reinstatement of the dinar is a much, much broader effort than must know. It's only a small part of a bigger global reset. Iraq does not stand alone, as they must comply with the international standards already set to make this reset work. Guys, we are so close, it's crazy. Reset intelligence. Iraq dollar still clear through a New York account. Washington call can throttle. Its banks still fight for the correspondent lines that connect them to the world, and its central bank still works under an oversight no normal country would accept. The price of getting out from under all of this is a set of books an auditor can trust. Yes. Clean the corruption, take the guns out of the militias, seat a cabinet the auditors trust, and the door that opened to Caracas is the door Iraq is walking towards. That is designed to make you think this is far off, that their books need to be audited. I've been studying detailed articles, 17 to 31 a day, that I was getting from the military sources that were right there in Iraq, right there from a colonel right there in Iraq who's moved on because the military's out of Iraq. Because why? They're safe. We told it, the auditors were there all along. They've already signed off on this. This central bank is ready by virtue of the fact that they created their own stable coin on June 8th. They're not waiting anymore. There's nothing left to do. If you believe me, say I believe. If not, get on the Zoom, you'll understand. Jeff, redenomination means that a 1,000 dinar note will be replaced by a 1 dinar note. Oh shoot, he just told us it's going to lock. No, let me finish. All of this is based on a country's inflation. Iraq has a very, very extremely low inflation, around 3%. A country with inflation that low is not going to lop. It's basic economics. I have articles that state Iraq will have 2 currencies coexist together at the same value. What does that mean? It means when the dinar is worth against a foreign currency, such as the US dollars, so 2 different sets of notes will coexist. Let's use a $25,000 note and a smaller note of 25. Macy, stop it. Will share the same value against the dinar. If the rate was $3, just an example, a $25,000 note would be worth $75,000. A 25 note would be worth 75. That's why I said a redenomination, not a lot. Exactly. I agree with him. If you have more questions, subscribe, tap the bell. We go over this on the live all the time. Guru Claire article, Al Zadai travels to Washington with businessmen and promises to inject 10 billion into the private sector. Quote, Prime Minister Ali Fali al-Zadai announced on Saturday an upcoming official visit to the United States. This is the week. Keep your prayers up there. If you believe in manifestation, please subscribe and tap the bell. I believe in the powers of, we're co-creators with Christ. If you don't believe me, Jesus said you would do more miracles than these. He did financial miracles by finding the gold coin in the fish's mouth. Guys, this is the system we're in. He knew this was the system we were in. We can bring heaven to earth. Part of that is this wealth transfer. Militiaman, the Development Row Project is one of the biggest issues. Everybody should take it as serious as I do, because it's going to be one of those non-oil revenue streams to scale that probably hasn't been seen in 50 years or more, probably a lot more. They're going from a rentier economy, meaning only 90% dependent on oil, to a market economy. Yes, because they're building 19 cities. 15 to 19 cities along the Belt and Road Initiative. I've been studying it. Please subscribe and tap the bell. Frank 26, I don't have a date, I don't have a rate. They do. All I can say is they do. It is solid. No, it's dynamic on the events that are happening with the formation of Iraq and who's forming the government of Iraq. He said we are. Frank thinks the U.S. is in control. What do you think? Comment down below. Tom, Iraq has a new government. It's functional but incomplete, and the hardest decisions are still unresolved. That's what he thinks. What do you think? I think it's done. If you believe me, it's done. Say it's done. They turned down their flag, guys. They got the military out of there. The military's there, but the non-military have given over their guns. It's the best time to be alive. If you believe it's the best time to be alive, put alive down below, because I love you. Please join this family. We're fun. We had margaritas last night. There was 2 parts to last night. The first one was all intel. The second part was just pure fun. We talked about all sorts of things. So we live life together. Join us. God bless.